Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is House of Dragons Season 2, Episode 1 and Episode 2. Alright, y'all. My friend hyped me up to do this video. You know I'm not finna give you no explanation. I don't want to hold you for no long time. So let's go ahead and get into it. You know, a little bit from last season, Viserys is dead. Now, Rhaenyra's former friend Alicent and her father Hightower have conspired to put her son on the throne. His name is like Aemon. I thought Aemon. Child, I get these people's names confused. Y'all know who I'm talking about, okay? If you don't, you ain't watching the show. So they got him on the throne now, and Aegon is his name. So at the end of this last season, Luke got killed by Aemond, I think that's his name. Child, don't give me the lion. But the one with the patch on his eye on the dragon. So Rhaenyra wants revenge. And, you know, basically, we're about to start a war between this family, okay? So we start season 2 with Rhaenyra's son, Jace. He flies to Winterfell, and he basically tells, so the Starks are kind of like coming back into the story, and he warns them about, you know, winter is coming and all that stuff. Well, Cragen tells Jacaerys that winter is coming and the whole thing. So he said he's going to support Rhaenyra's claim to the throne, you know, regardless of what happens. So they got theirs, you know, their northern fighters in place, and I feel like maybe later on in the season this will come into play in some type of big, you know, reason or whatever. This is also when Jacaerys finds out that his brother got killed. So back at home, Rhaenyra done flew off, child. She got to find her son Luke's remains, because, you know, she heard he was dead, and, you know, she's mourning, and Daemon and them just walking around like, child, she gone. I don't know where she at. You know what I'm saying? She done flew off to go find the baby stuff. We don't know when she at, when she coming back. I don't know. Daemon is ready to go to war, baby. He's ready to go an eye for eye, a son for a son. Him and Rhaenys kind of go back and forth about that. Okay, so we get a little bit of Rhaenys and what's his name, Corlys, and basically, you know, they done got into some random fight with some random folks. So, you know, they ships is down, and, you know, they done turned against the crown, so they siding with Rhaenys and them. So, you know, I mean, not Rhaenys, Rhaenyra and all, and, you know, that side. So, you know, they're not gonna get no money from the crown, so they just gonna take them weeks to like recover what they lost. And so we meet some new characters. He was rescued by this guy, you know, I think that we gonna find out later on that might be one of his kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all, I feel like that's his kids, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't have to read the book to catch them vibes, but he saves his life. So back at King's Landing, Aegon wants to bring his sons, Jacaerys and them, into a small council meeting. You know, everybody's like, you know, they don't need to be up in here. These kids need to be up in there. So he gotta go interrupt their lesson. He get them from Helena and all of that stuff, right? So, you know, at the meeting, they get like an account of everybody who had bent the knee. Everybody who said, okay, you the king. We gonna acknowledge you as the king, okay? The little baby be playing, getting on everybody's nerves. So eventually they like, can you send him where he's supposed to be? Like where you should have sent his ass in the first place, okay? Aegon wants to ride out there and go ahead and just, you know, burn up Rhaenyra and be done with her. I mean, Rhaenyra, and be done with the whole situation, right? But the council is telling him, you know, you can't just go around just killing everybody with these dragons. I know we got them, baby. We can't just walk around just killing everybody all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be good. Okay, so Alicent is talking with Larys in the room, baby. And Larys ain't nothing but a slippery, slimy dog. Okay, she talking to him in the room. And basically, he telling her that he done killed several people in the staff because he done find out that, you know, they're just not trustworthy, and replace them with his own people. You know, now he have his own people in there. So obviously, you know, Larys is gonna know everything that's going on. He probably already know what's going on with Alicent and Christian, okay, which we'll get into later. But you know, he was to replace everybody. Like, girl, why do you trust him with anything? But, you know, whatever, girl. I think that Alicent going kind of cuckoo herself. And so then we see a scene with Aegon kind of listening to the comic folk go through their issues and problems or whatever. And now, you know, Otto is urging him not to be gracious, not to be nice, not to give nobody nothing. But we see right here in this scene that Aegon is not totally horrible. He do want to help the people a little bit, okay? So we have this one man named Hugh. He's a blacksmith, and he's telling them that, you know, they need some money to build a big old crossbows because, you know, they got cut off or whatever. It's a blockade, something they can't get to whatever they need. And he feels like, we got to build these weapons to fight in the war. It's not going to be no weapons if we don't have the money. We can't build weapons. You know what I'm saying? So he says, okay, we're going to give you some money, to which, you know, Otto kind of smirked a little bit. But, you know, Aegon kind of, you know, he getting his power like he is the king. He can do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? We get to the plot. Daemon basically goes to his old girlfriend that he got locked up prison and says, you know, if you give me some information, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. To which he gives him 2 names. Blood and Cheese, excuse me. So Cheese is like a guy who knows all the tunnels and stuff to get in there. So Daemon tells him, you know, go in there and kill Aemond, okay, the one with the patch. That's the one who killed Luke. So you're going to go in there, you're going to kill him. So we see a scene where he doesn't tell them what to, well, it cuts away before we can see what he says after he say, you know, who should I kill if I can't find him. So we don't know what Daemon told them or whatever, right? So they get up in there, they go up in there with Helena. Not a little boy that's in question that ended up getting killed, which was her son. She pointed him out. She didn't even try to like hide where he was, and you know the guy, Cheese, excuse me, he could see that, so that he knew that she was telling the truth or whatever. But you can see throughout the episode that the way they was treating him and the way that he was, she kind of knew that he was gonna grow up and be a little, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, I don't want to go through this again with another person that's just like his daddy. I don't have time for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. You know, and early in the episode, she said something about it's going to be a problem with the rats, right? So, you know, Helena continues to be the oracle, okay, from the Matrix that nobody pay attention to. Like, nobody be listening to this whole, but she be having so much stuff to say that's coming true later on in the episode, right? They kill the baby. She sneaks up to Allison's room, and Allison up in there banging with Christian, okay, banging down, okay. I forgot to say at the beginning of the episode, he was up in there eating medieval cooch. He was up in there eating her medieval cooch. Okay, before they had like a meeting, he was eating medieval cooch. And yeah, so maybe that was episode 2. I might have them confused. But anyway, she ran up there and they was doing a do. They was smashing down, honey, in the room. And she sat down and said they killed the boy child. And the episode went off. Now we on episode 2. So my homegirl, Color Me Pink over there, you know, I love her channel. I talk about it all the time. She made a video, and the title of her video was Nuck If You Buck for episode 1. And I felt like that's very much what it was giving, Nuck If You Buck. Okay, about that action. You understand what I'm saying? Body. What's up? You body? I'm body. Daemon say he body. Period. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't playing around, baby. But he ain't had to. I believe he said just kill anybody. It don't matter. Just kill somebody. Okay, so now we on episode 2. At the beginning of the episode, baby, it's chaos. It's stuff going on all around, baby. What's happening? They getting everybody. They pulling everybody out their bed. It's the middle of the night. What's going on? Turns out the baby dead. The baby done got his head cut off. They got to figure out who did it, child. So they running around trying to figure out who did what and why. Then we hear Aegon screaming, I declare war. Baby, he back there losing his mind, baby. They got to get the prayer warriors in there for Aegon because he finna lose it. And you know, throughout this episode, I noticed Allison, she sees Aegon in a lot of pain, but she don't like really go to him. She don't comfort him, which is weird to me. It's like she doesn't know how to be a mother, but she sit on that high horse, baby. She sits so high on that horse, and she is a hypocrite. Down to the floor. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? But she won't even comfort her kids like when they're going through something. As much as Aegon get on my nerves, they do play him like he's an actual person sometimes. You know what I mean? Like he's not horrible 200% of the time, just like 199.9% of the time. What killed me is the next day when Helena came in her room, Allison tried to tell her, try to confess to her, basically try to like, you know, did you see what was going on? Like when you came up in here, and she was like, girl, I don't want to talk about that girl. I don't want to talk about that girl. I might tell on you one day, bitch. She gonna say something weird like, you know, the moon was humping. The moon was jumping or something like that because he a night and the moon come out at night and you have to do a riddle to figure out what she's saying. But girl, I'm not worried about you and that man, girl. Don't even tell me nothing. Allison was trying to confess to everybody this whole episode. Don't nobody want to hear it. Don't nobody want to hear it. Then we have Christian. He feels so guilty. It's a pitiful shame. He make me sick. He feels so guilty. He feels so shameful about what he did. What kills me is that you spent all this time saying you didn't want to be no hoe with Rhaenyra. You didn't want to be her walk. And then you turn around and be the same thing. You're like exactly what you said you didn't want to be. You are exactly there for Allison. You even worse now because now you're doing awful things. So he basically taking his guilt out on everybody that's, you know, well, not everybody. One particular somebody that we'll talk about later. You know, Otto, the master strategist, comes up with the plan that we're going to parade this dead body through the streets with his head sewn on so everybody can feel the sorrow. And, you know, we can start a campaign against Rhaenyra. And they don't know if Rhaenyra has actually committed the crime yet, as she has anything to do with it, but they're just gonna make a smear campaign, hashtag fake news, okay? I feel like this whole episode was like miscommunication and fake news. So fake news, so whatever. So we're gonna put that out about Rhaenyra, and we're just gonna get everybody to just think that she's horrible, and it's gonna be easy to raise up armies so that we can fight against her, right? You think this plan, it's gonna work, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do this. Even Aegon don't want to do it. He don't want to parade his child around. Helena don't want to parade her child around, but they all agree to do it for whatever reason, because they got to get marketed, and it's a scandal, and he Olivia Pope. Okay? Baby, they get out there, and they doing their thing, and they pass they hit a pothole. And baby, they went to juking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Girl, Helena start to have a little panic attack, because girl, they stink. The people stink. They don't want to be bothered with these people. They stinking, they dirty. They coming up here, they touching on me. I don't want to be out here with the pores. Like, girl, I can't. I can't be out here with you peasants, okay? And I mean, she's in mourning. Her child just died. I'm trying to be funny, but y'all know what I'm saying. She don't want to be out there. We see the bed getting taken away, and that's sad. Christian is looking at the bed being taken away, and like I said, he's like overwhelmed with guilt, because he should have been at his post, because he was up in the bed smashing Allison when the baby was getting killed. So had he been at his post and doing his job, that probably would not have happened, okay? So Allison also later on that night, she dipped her whole head in some water. She feeling bad about what she doing, but baby, as we can see later on, she keep on doing it. So I mean, hell, I don't know what's wrong with these people. So they caught Blood, okay? Blood is down in the basement. They caught him with the head, and they go down there, and baby, before they can even open the door, Damon told me to do it. Damon said he was gonna give me half the money when I got back from doing it, okay? So he looked like this. He got blonde hair. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He a Targaryen. He be flying on the dragon and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Him. So he set me up with one of the rat cats. I mean, he laid it out. He laid it out. They didn't even say hello. They didn't even say good evening. They ain't barely opened the door. He done told everything. I mean, he was singing like a canary. Do you understand me? He told it all. So then we got Rhaenyra and the council. They kind of strategizing about what happened. She finds out what happened. You know what I'm saying? So she like, damn, I ain't tell nobody to kill the babies. Like, what's going on? Damon's sitting over there looking. You the one who sent them people to go kill the baby. So once she sent them out, they have a whole argument. And he like, listen, damn, it was a mistake. Damn, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I ain't mean for that to happen, but like, it happened. My bad. You know what I mean? Like, damn, my bad. And she was like, you know what? You got to go. Baby, I can't trust you. Do you accept me as your queen, as your ruler? And he like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, my daddy gave me the throne because he didn't trust you. And that's the main issue, because you just be doing stuff and you don't talk to nobody. That's your problem. Okay, so he gets mad and he flies away. We don't know if he coming back ever. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? Damon be doing his own thing, girl. So Rhaenyra tells Bella that she need to go, patrol over King's Land and make sure she stay high up in there, just after she told Damon don't do it. I'm like, girl, so you gonna send a baby out there? Don't send the baby. Okay, Rhaenyra, I mean, okay, girl, but we also see a cute conversation between Bella and Jace. Later on, they've been betrothed to each other since they was like little bitty kids. So, you can tell that she knows that, Strong is his daddy. And so that she asks him about, do he miss his dad? And what did he know about his dad? And X, Y, and Z. They have like a good relationship with each other. Something tells me one of them going to end up dead before the season's over with. And more than likely, it's the black girl. Okay, that's how these type of shows go. But, we'll see what happens with Miss Girl. Hopefully, she'll get to hang around for a little bit longer. Now, back in King's Landing, Aegon has decided to hang all of the rat catchers, because one of them had something to do. Now, they got old Cheese up there. They got him. He was hanging, but they done hung everybody else that was innocent as well. So, Otto goes in. He's pissed off. He's mad because now you done got everybody all riled up. All the favor that we just curried with all of these people for what you just did, we just lost all of that with you killing all these people. Like, what is wrong with you? You are an idiot. I can't believe you did this. Viserys was right about you. He just has a moment of realization, like, you know what? Viserys was right. I was wrong. Like, what the hell was I thinking about? You're insane. Like, what are you doing? And so Aegon got mad and he fires him. So he says, you're no longer the hand, and he makes Christian the hand. Y'all, what the hell? Christian can't lead himself. He's a terrible commander. You've been commander for 2 weeks and the baby dead, head cut off. Cause you down there scoring the mama, eating medieval cooch. And now that he done made him the hand, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Child, speaking of Christian Cole, in the episode, he goes to talk to Eric, and he tells Eric that he needs to go to the castle to kill Rhaenyra. And right at that moment is when Aegon tells, Otto, that's the plan. He done send one of his men down there to kill Rhaenyra in her halls. So that, this could be over with. And Otto was like, oh my God, you're a fucking idiot. He was like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, and I'm going to pray for us. Okay? Because what the actual hell? Now later on, Otto goes to talk to Alicent, and once again she tries to confess her sins to him, and he tells her he don't want to hear it. In addition to her, he tells her that he's going to go back home. Maybe the other son gonna listen better than, better than this one did. And she says, no, you need to go talk to the other people, y'all. I can't remember their name. She needs to go talk to them. And or he needs to go talk to them, and she's gonna work on her son. He's still pliable. You just gotta work with him a little bit. But then we see her at the end of the episode, and we see Aegon. He is crying. He is distraught. I mean, he just done fired his grandfather, his baby dead. He making bad decisions. He crying. Like, he's having actual emotional moments. And instead of comforting him, she looks at him, she walks in the room, and she turns around and leaves. I'm just like, oh my God, that's crazy. Interspersed with another scene, we see Aemon. He's in the prostitution house. He in the whole house, laid up with a lady who looked just like his mama. Okay, the lady tried to kiss him, and he said no. That's why I was like, oh, this some Oedipus type stuff. He owns some Oedipus, little complex stuff. And basically, he was butt naked, laying up there saying that he felt bad about what happened to Luke. He ain't mean to kill him. He just overreacted because he had got bullied for so long. He had already bullied him or whatever, and they turned him into a villain. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't mean to killing it. He just he was mad. You know what I mean? And you can tell that he would like to have this conversation with his mama because, like I said, the lady looked like his mama, and that was freaky to me. I ain't like that. That was weird. Okay? So we get to the castle. So early in the episode, Rhaenyra decides to let go Daemon's prisoner. She came in there. They had a little girl talk. You know what I'm saying? So she said, you know what? I'm going to let you go, bitch. On God. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand on business. And I'm going to let you go ahead and go. And she was like, all right, sis, cool. So she like, push. I'm going to make sure you get on the boat, girl. I'm going to make sure you go where you got to go. She like, boom, cool. So they walk into the boat. But Miss Girl see Eric walking. She see the girl walking towards the thing. And she like, wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let me run this back and tell my girl what's going on. So she runs back and tells Eric. Now, Eric gets all up in the castle. We can't tell who is who. They walking by each other, child. We don't know who is who. So he gets into the chambers with Rhaenyra, and he tries to kill her, right? So he like, boom, they fight. And Eric busts in like right at the right moment. So I guess this girl done made it back, to tell him she made it back on time. So they bust in, they start fighting, y'all. And my heart was hurting, baby. My heart was, okay, I was tore up. It was like the longest, fastest fight I ever seen in my damn life. And they was, hitting each other, and it was crazy. So anywho, Eric, I think, is the one who got slashed on the leg. She like, oh, my boy finna go out. No, my God, what's gonna happen? And so at the very last minute, they basically kill each other. They stab each other in the gut. Or he stabs his brother in the gut. And then, they tell each other they love each other. Like, oh my God, it was so sad because they put duty over family, but they loved each other so much. And they're twins, they have that deep connection. So I believe one time he looked back because, he thought it might have been his twin, or if you're not twins, they can feel each other and stuff. So anywho, they die after they tell each other they love each other, and then, or not, they die, one of them dies, Eric dies, and then Eric turns to her and says, I'm sorry, your grace, please forgive me. He stabs himself. And so Rhaenyra is like shocked by this whole thing. She don't know what to do, right? And then at the end of the episode, we see Miss Girl, Alicent, slapping Christian upside his head every 5 minutes, slapping him back and forth. Then they end up doing the same thing they ain't had no business doing in the first place. Girl, miss me. Go to hell. When Christian died, I'm going to throw a party. They not like us. They not like us. Baby, I'm a crip walk on his grave because Christian, hell is where you belong, okay? I do not feel like Aegon is going to be like Joffrey. That's what everybody keeps saying. I feel like, we'll see what happens. Okay? So, all right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all for the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. And I'll holler at you next time. Peace.